Hey, this is Rachel Bowen from Skid Row, and you are watching CMS TV. Yeah.
The NFL has debuted on Thursday nights on Amazon Prime, but is the broadcast team any good? We'll find out on this edition of Chris Aiken Presents. What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Aiken back once again with another edition of Chris Aiken Presents. Before I get into today's episode, make sure you do all the podcasty stuff. Would you please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, hit that goddamn notification bell so that you get notifications every time we do an episode. All that fucking stuff, all right? Now that the plugs are out of the way, let's get right down to it, shall we? The NFL has returned, or they are in the process of returning. Preseason is just finishing up right now. And this year we are going to see something that we have not seen before, with a major game of the week brought to us in streaming only capacity. This is the first. Amazon has bought the rights to Thursday Night Football. They paid a shitload of money to get it. So you know that they're going to put every bit of emphasis they have into it. And it kind of seems to be the way streaming is going right now. If you look at Peacock as the model, which I think is the model right now, you certainly see the integration between video on demand and now the additions of live sports and live entertainment with the WWE as well as Sunday Night Football being on Peacock. So you certainly see that this is the direction that TV is going. And with that, and there's other places as well. There's a lot of rumor talk about Netflix grabbing WWE's Raw and SmackDown so that they have live entertainment going forward. There's a lot of talk about AEW wrestling getting its own grips on a streaming platform as well for their weekly shows. So live entertainment, it seems like we're kind of almost going in reverse here. Seems like everybody wanted video on demand. Everybody got video on demand. As soon as we got video on demand with streaming to work correctly, then everybody started saying that they wanted their live entertainment again. So now we're moving backwards to bringing live entertainment to the streaming platforms. And hey, so be it. I as a cord cutter myself, who cut his cord 10 years ago, I'm thrilled to have football and everything else on the streaming because I'm never going back to cable. That's for goddamn sure. So, in any event, with all that, Amazon Prime, they have a shit ton of money. They spent a shit ton of money, and they brought us Thursday Night Football. But the real question with them bringing Thursday Night Football to the platform is it going to be any good? That's the main question. The sub-questions, I guess, would be, what's going on with the broadcast team? Because that has been a major problem with especially ESPN. And is the broadcast going to be compelling in some new way? Because let's face it, you don't spend billions of dollars on a product to do things the same old way. You just don't. You're trying to one-up the other guys so that you set the standard. Now, Amazon Prime debuted their first game. It was a preseason game. That aired, and I got to tell you, they really have upped the game. That is for sure. With the game, the camera work was incredible. That's the first thing I do want to note with the new Amazon. The camera work is absolutely incredible, and with Amazon, they've also added a couple of new little twists that like traditional TV is not going to do. The most important one, I think, is to me is an important one, is the inclusion of DVR automatically of the games. You can set when you go into Amazon Prime and you click on a game to watch, you can hit a button and it'll record all the games. And I think that's an important thing because I don't know about you, but when I'm watching the NFL and Thursday Night Football comes on, A lot of times, because it's been on several different channels, half the season on NBC and the other half on NFL Network or whatever, you forget about the games. That has always been a problem with the Thursday night football, is that the games just sort of get forgotten. You forget it's on unless it's your team. And if you're a casual NFL, or a more to the point, if you're a hardcore fan that just likes to watch football game, you want to watch these Thursday night games. And a lot of times you forget. So with this, you can watch it live, or if you just set it one time on your Amazon Prime, it'll DVR them so you can watch them whenever you want. And yeah, I know the internet kind of ruins you'll know the scores, but if you're doing something Thursday night, your kid has a school recital or something, and you're out and you missed the kickoff or whatever, you can come back and just watch the whole game. You just have to stay off your phone for a little while until you watch the game. But it is an option. I think it's a good option. If you're familiar with like Pluto TV or Zumo or Tubi or any of them, they all sort of have this NFL channel that you can watch past games. And it is a really good way to kill time. I will honestly admit I watch a bunch of old games on there when I'm bored and I just want something that's not a movie or TV, traditional TV show. I'll put on the NFL and I'll watch some classic games. This is going to be nice because for me as a fantasy football player, I can watch a lot of these games in the back to kind of get a little bit of a better grip on teams that I might not otherwise see on my time. I can see players play, I can see how they play, and I can see if they're maybe worthy of a pickup during the season for fantasy football. So I love this feature. I absolutely think this new feature that Amazon is doing, and I guess it's not completely new, it's just free if you have Amazon Prime. Where previously you had to pay an arm and a leg to have, the NFL, whatever that thing was, the NFL Sunday ticket. Now you don't have to do that. At least with Thursday night football, you can watch the games back, and that's a good thing. And it's clearly the way the NFL is going too, because if you've paid attention, you've seen that NFL Plus has launched as well, which is pretty much all streaming, all games. So they're going toward the streaming platform as well, and going toward a more on demand, because they just know that people do not sit in front of a TV anymore for hours in lifetime. It's just the way that the world of media consumption is going. So that is a very good perk. So like I said, the camera work is excellent. The that feature with the DVRing is excellent. But let's get down to the crux of it. And really, this goes back 100% to ESPN. ESPN has failed for years. They've made their games unwatchable because they've had shitty announce teams, and it's just been the way it's been, and it has ruined a once great franchise, which is Monday Night Football. It seems like it was a little better last year. I did watch a couple of games, and whoever the team, and this will tell you all you need to know. I don't even remember who the team is. I just know that last year it was a little better than it had been back when they had Booger McFarland, calling games. That was just beyond bad. Booger McFarland and the baseball guy, that just sucked big time. So last year was better. Maybe it's better now. We'll see. But on Amazon, which is what we're talking about today, they have assembled a great team for the calling the game, and for the color commentary, and for the like the sideline, the halftime and stuff. They've got as far as the main guys, they got Al Michaels, and you can't lose with Al Michaels. He is really, with the passing of John Madden, he's the voice of football. Just period. He's the voice of football. He still sounds fresh. He doesn't sound old. He still sounds great. He brings great commentary to the games. He's fantastic. And then you got Kirk Herbstreit from comes up from the college thing. He obviously has worked with ESPN for a lot of years and was doing more college stuff, and was doing more like pregame and postgame than actually calling games. I got to say, he was quite a surprise for me. He was watching the first game. He is an excellent color commentator. He is just excellent. I really, really enjoyed listening to Kirk Herbstreit bounce off of Al Michaels. Very good call. I don't know why why he hasn't been picked up before, but he's fantastic. And man, just hearing him instead of stupid ass Chris Collinsworth. My God, is that a fucking improvement? Oof. And then, of course, you've got the Sideline Team, which is great as well. The Sideline Team consists of Tony Gonzalez, the Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame tight end from Kansas City, and he's obviously proven himself in the media over the last few years as a commentator. He's great. You got Ryan Fitzpatrick coming, now that he's retired. He's pretty solid, and he seems like he's going to be a character. He seems like he's going to be their kind of class clown guy, but he brings a lot of interesting offensive perspective to the commentary. And you got Richard Sherman, who's all personality all the time, always was. Even when he was on the field, he was all personality all the time. And that team is anchored by Carissa Thompson, and she's solid as well. So I'm really loving this. I'm not going to lie. I went into it just hoping it wouldn't suck, because I guess because ESPN has really convinced me that football can really suck. As much as I used to love Monday Night Football, now 99% of the time I don't even watch it because it's just usually bad. So, and it's usually the commentary is just bad. And Amazon put their money where their mouth is. They put a boatload of money into this thing, and at least they didn't just buy it and throw it out there. They're really stepping up. It's really looks great. It really plays well on your TV. The commentary is good. The whole interactive piece of it I like a lot. So yeah, so I am going to say I am pro, at least through one preseason game. I am pro Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. What do you guys think of it? Leave a comment and let me know if you watched any of it yet. And once you do, let me know what you think. If you like the Thursday Night Football, if you hate it, if you hate that it's on a streaming platform that you have to pay for, let me know what you think. And yeah, and that'll do it for Thursday Night Football right here on Chris Aiken Presents. And that is going to do it for this edition of Chris Aiken Presents as well. So for Chris Aiken Presents, I really have been Chris Aiken. And guess what, folks? I will be again tomorrow. See ya.